Behind me is what is essentially GMC's Raptor. I'll include a link to the GMC here in North Salt Lake's website in the description down below. They're providing us with this AT4X. I'll also include a link to my car buying guide. Let's get right into it. Under the hood is a 6.2 liter V8 that goes through a 10-speed automatic. Fuel economy is 14 around town, 16 on the highway, with power outputs being 420 horsepower and then 460 pound-feet of torque. I'm trying to hit 500,000 subscribers before the end of the year. I'd really appreciate it if you'd help out with that. You can see the hood is raised there on either side. Very muscular design overall. Got the signature C shape with the headlights. You can see the grille has some black trim. You also have some bronze trim with the AT4X. Fog lights here, and a big part of this is the bumper from AEV. It still has parking sensors integrated, recovery points, and it's a lot more heavy duty than the stock bumper. It also just makes the truck look a whole lot cooler. Tire wheel setup is 275 by 70 by 18, so it's a 33-inch tall tire. You've got the Salta wheels with this package, which is another part of the AEV Edition. Independent front suspension, multimatic shocks with this too. Got the cool little fender flare there, 6.2L V8 badge, AT4X down below, and then we do have some rock rail protection. Like the Gen 1 Raptor, this has leaf springs, and then again you can see multimatic shocks. Just like the AT4, this is lifted by a couple inches, so it has a level stance front to rear. When it comes to key fob features, you got the GMC logo on the front. We have our lock and unlock, remote start, and then the tailgate drop down. Popping over the tailgate itself, we press the bottom button, it'll do the whole tailgate, and then you press the second button, and then it'll do the multi-flex setup. This has the kicker sound system built in too. And then we've got some LED lights and outlets, and then we do have liner built in with this as well. And getting the whole system put together is easy. Just click that into place, and then you can lift up the rest of the unit. C-shape on the tail lights. You can see the matte black there at the top, all the badges, and then we've got, again, another AEV bumper, a lot more heavy duty than stock. That will cap things off for the exterior. This week's giveaway is all about muscle and luxury with two Cadillac V cars. The first of which is a CT5V Blackwing, and the second is an Escalade V. Both these have supercharged V8s producing nearly 700 horsepower each. They also have tons of luxury and modern technology to match. Not only can you win both of these cars, but part of the giveaway is also $73,000 in cash to help pay for the taxes, and your donations go to help children's and veterans charities. Use code VHC or click the link in the description down below or in the pinned comment. This will give you 4X bonus tickets on any donation, $25 or more. Let's now check out the interior. Fully decked out. I love the cross stitching, the white piping and stitching too on the door panel. You got more of that nice piping. You got seat storage, and then the cool stitching in the center portion of the seat. There is some storage underneath the seat with the flat floor in general. Legroom here in the back is good. We also have a little storage pocket. Cup holders in the back, heated seats, some USB ports and vents, and then headroom's also good. Keyless entry for up front. Let's check it out. Blind spot monitoring with the mirrors. This also comes with memory seats. You've got your little AT4X badge there. Front two windows are automatic mirrors, power fold in, and then more soft touch trim on the door panel. 1,017 pounds of payload capacity, 8,700 pounds of towing. AEV there on the headrest, AT4X below, and then you can see again perforated all down the center. Massage function, power adjustments, and lumbar support on the side with the controls. Heads-up display. Now below that we've got our light controls. This also has a part-time four-wheel drive system with auto, high, and low. Drive mode select and tow haul mode is built below that drive line select. Soft touch all around the steering wheel. You've got nice stitching in the center. Paddles on the back. There's also radio controls. On the front face, there's controls for the center stack on the right side. You can see over here on the left side, you've got your heated steering wheel and then cruise control too. Digital gauge cluster. You can change what information is displayed. It'll also let you know the drive mode that you're in. And with the V8s, if you have it in sport mode, it's a little bit louder with the exhaust. 360 camera system. Good resolution with the camera and quite a few different angles. As for the rest of the screen, analog controls there on either side for the volume and home screen, and then the main screen itself is quick to respond. It has a shortcut bar. It also has Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, and then you have the side tab, which you can change what information that displays. Below that, we've got dual zone climate, heated, ventilated seats, and then you have physical buttons for a bunch of different items, like the diff locks. This has diff locks front and rear, hill descent, stability. You've got your hazard lights, tailgate drop down, auto stop, start parking sensors, and then your lane departure. Shifter for the 10-speed trailer brake controls behind that, some cup holders, USB ports, and then phone charging pad inside the center console with some USB action and outlet. And there is nice trim on the top of the lid. Heads-up display and nice trim all across the dash, including on the little glove box lid there. Camera rear view mirror. This button is to open up the power sliding rear window. Got a fancy headliner, and this does have a sunroof. AT4X AEV Edition, 88,685. Let's see how this performs. Let's set off in the AT4X AEV Edition with the 6.2 V8. You can also get this with a diesel, and that's one thing that I think makes this a lot cooler than the... Well, first off, having the V8 makes this kind of cooler than the Raptor and the RHO, because, you know, with the Raptor you can get a V8, but you gotta spend over 6 figures. Now this version obviously isn't cheap, but you can get a regular AT4X for a bit less. But the diesel, that's what really differentiates this. You can get this with a diesel, and you can't get a diesel in the other trucks. Now obviously this doesn't have the wide body and it doesn't have long travel suspension like the other two, but in terms of what 99% of people do off-road, this has enough capability. More than enough capability. Now the V8 power delivery is super smooth. Again, you're gonna have that instant response, and it's got quite a bit of torque, 460 pound-feet. Performs well in that sense. And you know what, I'll just say it because I know I'm gonna get like 50 comments. Yes, this V8 has had some problems. Are they fixed? Time will tell. Man, every single time, anytime I post any GM product, whether it has a 5.3 or the 6.2, half the comments, the engine's gonna blow! Yes, we all know. We all know at this point. It's pretty darn quick. Pretty darn quick. And again, it's smooth. Suspension's comfortable. Now, the nice thing about the narrow body that this has, unlike the Raptor and the RHO, fits down the lanes a little bit better. And it just feels like more of a normal truck, right? And I think there's some value in that. Don't get me wrong, the wide body looks cool. I love it. I think it's great. But it does concede some practicality. Now this is going to feel more truck-like over bumps. So like the Raptor and the RHO, you're going to have that kind of, you know, Baja feel, where like what I have with my Wrangler too, where you go over a bump and it's like, woo, right? Kind of floats through it. This is going to do it. The shocks absorb it. But again, it has less, I think this has like 10 or 11 inches of travel, whereas like a Raptor and RHO, you're looking at like 13, 14 inches. So, you know, the suspension compresses sooner. And so you kind of go through the bump, boom. And yeah, again, feels more like a traditional truck. Which I don't think it's a problem. I don't think it's a bad thing. You know, not everyone, like, especially for passengers, not everyone wants to have that Baja experience. I enjoy it as the driver, but yeah, I can see as a passenger. You can see there, right, with if you were in like a Raptor and RHO, it would be like, ooh, a little bit floatier. But these Multimatic shocks, I mean, I've tested them off-road in the in this truck, and then also in the, not this specific truck, but in the AT4X, and then also in the Z02, and it can handle middle speed off-roading quite well, and it can handle the high-speed stuff. It just can't do like the huge bumps like a Raptor and RHO would be able to do, and you wouldn't be jumping this truck either. It's not what it's intended to do. It's kind of more of like an overlanding rig, and then kind of like a luxury rig on road in a lot of ways. I wonder if we can get up here without having to pop it into 4x4. I doubt it. We'll see though. Oh, well, I guess I was wrong. The reason why I said I doubt it is this thing was in 4-wheel drive high when I got into it, meaning that the person that parked it up here put it in 4-wheel drive high to get up. So I was like, ah, if they had to do that, I probably will have to, but apparently not. What do you guys think about this? Basically what you're getting is kind of like a Gen 1 Raptor in terms of the shocks and kind of the overall performance, but then with like a very luxurious interior. Again, this is basically a Denali Ultimate interior, so you're getting Raptor like performance, V8, and then lots of luxury. Some of you are going to value it, some of you won't.